Alright, it's time for another premiere draft of Zendikar Rising. Well, let's spin the gold this time. Season just ended, so that was cool. Got a lot of stuff. 7 packs, 2 new card styles. Ooh, an exciting rare, I do believe, in Oran Reef Ooze, yeah. Yep. Just check in the other cards in this pack. No, so cool. Oran Reef Ooze it is, yeah. Let's see, Salon Division. Thundering Spark Mage is good. It's nowhere next to being Oran Reef Ooze. I mean, that would be like Gnarled Colony or Ghastly Gloom Hunter. I think Salon Division. It's like this list says it's a C+. Thundering Spark Mage is like a B-. Gnarled Colony is a C+. Spark Mage is like a B-, C+. Ugh. So I think the choice is really between Thundering Spark Mage and Gnarled Colony. The question is if having Oran Reef Ooze makes Gnarled Colony better enough to be better than Thundering Spark Mage. Well, I'm gonna try and see what happens. So punished is definitely the word I would use here. If I chose the Thundering Spark Mage, I would then probably choose either the Spikefield Hazard or the Ardent Electromancer. There are no green cards here at all. The Windrobber. It might just be the Spikefield Hazard in general. I don't think the Skyclave Sentinel is good enough. So there's a Merfolk Falconer, which is excellent. Seeing a little bit of green, but not much. Red is pretty poor. Yeah. Black, all the other colors are pretty poor. Seeing the least of white. It's a bit too early. So, confounding conundrum. It's Expedition Diviner, which goes well with a Merfolk Falconer. There's also Ghastly Gloom Hunter. But again, just not seeing green at all. Here, all of these look terrible. I could try for Deliberate, I could go for Expedition Champion. The black is okay, actually, but... let's go for a Deliberate. Maybe we can wind up green-blue instead. No green at all here. There's a Cascade Seer. Which is probably just okay. So green is really dried up at the end here. which really does suck. I mean, maybe I'll get green on the backs in pack 2 because of that. I'm getting a lot of blue. Nothing really that's really like, yeah, getting really poor green cards. I could take Grotog Bugcatcher, Synchronized Spellcraft, or Skyclave Squid. It kind of depends on like where I think I'm ending up here. And Skyclave Squid. I think I'll take the Synchronized Spellcraft over the Grotog Bugcatcher. I just don't know. Like I could be ending up red blue wizards. I think I'm definitely in blue? Question mark? I'm passing a lot of red party cards to my left. So here's the wheel, a lot of red stuff, no green stuff. I think I'll take the Kazul's Fury over the Teeter Peak Ambusher here. Yeah. And the Cascade Seer. So it's looking like, I'm feeling that's going to be red-blue, either party or wizards. I don't really have one way or the other. Oran Reef Ooze typically isn't good enough to splash into a deck that does, into a red-blue deck. Oof. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Cascade Seer again. Not real happy about it. I'll take a Shell Shield, sure. Okay. I'm not really feeling the cards that I'm getting, but hopefully the rewards will come to me in pack 3. I guess I'll take Adventure Awaits. Such a bad card. Right? I mean, I assume that. What does my list say? I give it a solid D. Oh look, base camp. Soul Shatter, we're nowhere near black. Blood Chief's Thirst, Deadly Alliance. Great. Just great. So there's a Windrobber. So I'm nowhere near black. I can't choose black. There's a Vastwood Fortification. On color is like a Blade, a Lagak, a Kite Sail, and a Chill Depths. I guess I'll take the Windrobber. I could take the Cleric or the Windrobber to fill out for party in case I go party rather over. A Cleric of Chill Depths will always like wheel around. So there's a Windrider Wizard, which is nice. There's a Deliberate, which is not great. Synchronized Spellcraft. There's a Rabid Bite, but again, I really don't think I'm gonna be able to be green. So take the Windrider Wizard. There's a Myriad Construct. Oh, and a Royal Eruption. And a Beguine Veil. Let's see, Royal Eruption. I don't have removal is the thing. Well, I have Synchronized Spellcraft. This is pick 3. People have just been taking the commons out of this pack. No, it has to be the Royal Eruption. Ooh, a Lull Mage's Domination is excellent. Um, Other than that, Field Research would be nice for this deck. Green again, lacking. There's a Subtle Strike if I had been able to go green black. Uh, might pick up. This isn't going to wheel. Maybe this will wheel. This would. These two are the most likely to wheel from here. But yeah, the Lull Mage's Domination is excellent. Um, it's really between the Living Tempest and Fissure Wizard. And I do need 2 drops. So come on down, Fissure Wizard. So the things I care about party are the Cascade Seer, Synchronized Spellcraft, but that's pretty much it. Things I care about Wizard is the Windrider Wizard, which is a bit more powerful. So here there is a Riptide, Molten Blast, and a Pack Beast. As for kicker cards, we have a few, but not very many. Um, so I'm more inclined to get the Pack Beast. Yeah. And just try to fill up the 2-drop slot. I didn't really want to get... let's see, what was the other choice? There was Risen Riptide, Pack Beast, and something else. Oh yeah, Molten Blast. Molten Blast is pretty weak. It was interesting that there was the mythic that gives colorless +2/+2, and then also a Myriad Construct. That's kind of funny. So that's definitely the Royal Mage out of this pack. The others aren't even really a consideration. Skyclave Squid is the pick. So yeah, nothing. Got a little. The removal in 2 drops got shored up in this pack with Lull Mage's Domination, Royal Eruption, and then a bunch of 2 drops. Do I need the Kite Sail? I don't think so. I think I have enough flyers. I don't really want the Lagak either, because I do care about party synergy, so I guess I'll take the Kite Sail, and it'll probably be like one of the first things cut. So the Sizzling Barrage is terrible. Seagate Colossus versus Deliberate. I guess I'd play a Deliberate over a Shell Shield. Seagate Colossus. Oops. Oh well. Oh whoa, Bayin Veil Wield. That's really good. It's going to be none of these, but I will take the Ascetic. I don't know how to say that. Sure, Spherical Supplies, I guess. Exciting rares are not for me. So on color, it's Into the Royal and Synchronized Spellcraft. There's also Fissure Wizard, but yeah, there's also Expedition Diviner. I think Into the Royal is just good. I think it's going to be better than the Expedition Diviner. Yeah. Ooh, Thundering Rebuke is very nice. Could consider the Grotog Bugcatcher would be second pick for me out of this pack, just because he's probably going to be a 3/2 most of the time with all the wizards. So there are 3 modal lands here. Ooh, Umara Wizard is great. Oh, it's up against Bubble Snare. Okay. I think I'm gonna take... I think I have decent removal already in Roller Eruption, Thundering Rebuke, Synchronized Spellcraft, and a Lull Mage's Domination. So I'm going to choose the Umara Wizard. Rolling Vortex isn't that good. Expedition Diviner is excellent. Uh, Second pick would probably be this Teeter Peak Ambusher. Again, not really seeing that green. Ah, yes. Umara Mystic. That's really good for this deck. Hopefully something out of this pack. Can this anything out of this pack wheel? Let's see, there's gonna be 7 other people. 1, 2, 3. There's only gonna be 2 cards coming back, so I doubt anything from this pack will wheel. I don't really want a third Cascade Seer, but I don't really think I have any other choices. Not gonna play a Hellhound, not gonna play Sizzling Barrage, so probably cut one of those Song Mad Treachery. That's an excellent modal land. Rather have that over a third. I mean, it's not excellent. It's okay, but I'd rather have that over a Shell Shield. Yeah, I'll certainly play Song Mad Treachery over a mountain. So it's a Coom Warrior versus like Chilling Trap. I don't know why I'm getting all of the modal lands. I don't know how many modal lands is too many modal lands. But I think in limited, there might not be an answer. Normally the modal lands are... My past few drafts, the modal lands have not really been there. Synchronized Spellcraft, here's the pick. I don't really have a way of buffing the Fireblade Charger. Fissure Wizard, I guess. This triggers off of wizard spells, yeah. So there's some... I think I'm just going to rare draft this. There's some consideration to get the Sneaking Guide. Here's the Teeter Peak Ambusher, I guess. Chilling Trap, sure. Okay. What was the rare then? It wasn't Throne of McKin. Oh, it was the Orin Refuse. Yes. So there's 49 cards there. As for land stuff, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 modal lands. Pretty much all of these I'd be willing to play as lands, except for maybe the Umara Wizard. So I can see cutting at least 3 lands. So that is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I could even cut another land and play 13 lands. And then 6 tap lands. I don't know if this is okay. I've never seen The streamers that I watch, I've never seen them actually get um, this many modal lands. Is that what they're called? I'm just gonna keep calling them modal lands. Never seen them get this many modal lands before. So party stuff is only the Cascade Seer and Synchronized Spellcraft. Not really concerned that they're not going to hit anything. As for wizard synergy stuff, I got Chilling Trap, Windrider Wizard, Umara Mystic, Expedition Diviner, and Umara Wizard. I need to make 5 cuts. And how many wizards do I have? I have 12. Oh wow, that's only 17 creatures. So I can cut, I should be looking very hard at my spells, so Deliberate is definitely going to go. I think a Shell Shield is definitely going to go. The Windrobber can is on notice. The Skyclave Squid's on notice. Peterfrick Ambusher. One of the Cascade Seers could probably go. For Shell Shield targets, it's like Umara Mystic and Merfolk Falconer are both cards that I really want to keep. As for kicker for the Umara Mystic, I don't think there's that much. No. I'm even thinking of cutting one of these. There's only like 3, but it's still a 4/5 flyer. Or a 4/4 flyer for 5 mana. And a wizard. Let's see. I think I cut... How many 2-drops is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Windrobber has a little bit of synergy with the Domination, but not that much. I think I'm going to cut the other Deliberate. I like Chilling Trap in a deck with this many wizards, because it replaces itself after doing something. It's not a lot, but it still replaces itself. It's down to 2 cuts. Like it could be a Shell Shield. The spells I'm pretty happy with. I could cut like a Cascade Seer. I think I would rather cut... well, the Ambusher or the Squid or the Windrobber before the Cascade Seer. Like Wizard's pretty important to this deck. I wish I had another Umara Mystic or something else pretty good, but my removal is excellent. Yeah, I'm never really sure about Shell Shield and what conditions are the... I feel like it's like when you have something you want to protect, or you have multiple things you want to protect. So if I didn't cut the Shell Shield, I'd go down to 15 creatures, which I just don't think is right. So I can cut either the Ambusher, the Windrobber, the Squid, or the Seer. I mean, I guess I could also cut a Synchronized Spellcraft, but I'm not going to. I guess the question with the Ambusher is like, what was it? Ben Stark was saying that like he likes the Ambusher because it's a 2-drop, but then it also does something in the late game. I guess it's like, how am I spending my late game mana? And the answer is, I'm not. So I guess I'm keeping Teeter Pig Ambusher. Like, I have card draw. That's true. I do have card draw. I have card draw from potentially from 2 Expedition Diviners, Windrider Wizard, Fissure Wizards, Into the Royal, Chilling Trap. So there are things certainly that I can do. Since I have that card draw, my mana is probably going to be tied up. The Squid, of course, is cuddle because it has no party types, but at the same time, I like it because it's like a 3/2 blocker on the ground. And the way we win this games are going to be, this is going to be flying over people. Uh, that's pretty much how this deck is going to win. Flying over people and delaying on the ground. Yeah, this last cut is just being very difficult for me to figure out because there have been moments where Skyclave Squid has been good. I think I've talked myself out of Teeter Pig Ambusher cutting it. Cascade Seer is still a wizard. And then the other thing is I just want to see how Windrobber even performs in a deck like this. I'm kind of curious. So I think just because I'm curious about Windrobber, I think I'll keep it in just to see. Just to see how it is. Um, and I like Skyclave Squid. I don't really care for Cascade Seer. Yeah, I'm going to take out the Cascade Seer. Might be weird. Maybe that's not a good idea. I think the responsible choice is the Windrobber. How many wizards? It's 12. Umara Mystic is pretty powerful synergy with wizards. I won't always want to do this. The Windrider Wizard, I won't always want to use his ability. Wow. You just love it when you put your hand just slightly one key off. Also want enough wizards so Chilling Trap stays active. And Umara Wizard's Flight is pretty powerful. I think the cut is just Merfolk Windrobber. As much as I don't want to see him go. I could cut the squid and see how it works. Let's cut the squid and see how it works. And then, so it's Squid or Merfolk Windrobber or Cascade Seer, and then I can just be like, how would these cards perform in this situation? Kind of a thing. We might even have too many 4-drops on this curve. Like, you kind of have to ignore the modal lands, because they could be lands instead. So let's go with Wizard territory. Just because of all of the modal lands that there are in this deck. 6 of them. I think this deck is okay. One of the things I've reviewed one of the drafts where I went 1 and 3, and I really have to remember to repeat the situation every turn, keep track of my opponent's land and health better, and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep this hand. I can play Spikefield Hazard, then an island, or I can play an island for Windrobber. But I don't think I'm going to. Opponent goes first. It's definitely a keep. If I find another untapped land, then I would have played the Windrobber. So if I don't draw a land, I'm definitely ditching. I'm definitely ditching this one of the synchronized spellcrafts here. There we go. I'm okay with these two guys trading if you want them to trade. Oh, it's a fancy squid. Although maybe I should have kept that guy because of the Chilling Trap in my hand. So here I'm going to play the Windrobber. I'm going to play the Baying Veil tapped. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to rebuke the squid. It looks like I got stuck on 3, but I don't have a turn 4 play. Gnarly Colony. Looks like they're still stuck on 3. I have enough land to play everything in my hand now, so I'm not going to use Songmad Treachery. Attack. Windrobber, they're at 19. They have all spells in their hand. Oh, Bubble Snare. That does give me Allows me to hold Chilling Trap for we'll always now draw a card. Milling lands from them is pretty good. I'm gonna end the turn. I found a land. I'm gonna Chilling Trap the squid just to cycle this. And then I will pass the turn. Cool, so this deck is kind of flooding right now. These both do 4 damage. Just gonna Thundering Rebuke the Visionary. And attack for 1 again. I milled another land off the top. Like this deck only has 13 basics in it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be 5 damage to me. There's almost enough cards in his graveyard that I can use the Windrobber's ability. So this guy has 3 bubble snares. So I can play the Umara Mystic here. Attacking with both is interesting. I'm just gonna block like this. Sure. So I can either Treachery or Cascade Seer. And I think the play is just Cascade Seer. Not Fissure Wizard. I think Windrider Wizard on top is okay. Another squid. A Baloth. Huh, it's interesting that he didn't attack with his flyer. I really can't take that damage. Oh no! Yeah, I drew lands there when I really couldn't draw lands. So I can take the Canopy Bailoff and hit him for 6. I really need to keep the Windrider Wizard, didn't I? Well, I would have been down to 2. Which would have been pretty dangerous. So the question is if I hit him for 6 or not. I just don't know. My brain is frozen. I don't think I'm winning by hitting him for 6 here. Darn it. Why aren't you attacking with your Diviner, Expedition Diviner as well? Okay. I guess I could have roiled on my turn, but... Okay. Oh, great. Well, Mage's Domination, you're too late. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Oh well. Store refresh. It looks like you can still get flooded even with 13 basics. This is another keep. There's still like 17 lands in here, so... I don't have a 3-drop, so I'm gonna play Pack Beast. Well, my opponent definitely had something that's probably like Into the Royal. So I still don't have play on 3. So here's a good question, is if I do this now. let it go. I don't think I'm gonna have time to let it go. Okay. These are 3 mana each. So it would be really bad if he has Shell Shield here. I think I'm gonna... He definitely has something. So I can drain him of a Shell Shield so that way I don't take an additional 4 damage. So it's better to do Synchronized Spellcraft on this turn. But I could also do it in response to something. But then you could Shell Shield anyway, and that would be even worse. I can't dominate. I can play Merfolk Falconer. The Falconer is likely going to die. Well, all they had for Expedition Diviner was Glacial Grass, but that's actually a really good answer to the Expedition Diviner. I'm going to play the Merfolk Falconer, because they definitely have something. I don't know what it is. It's either Zulaport Duelist or Shell Shield. Okay. So it was it might have been Shell Shield. So I'm going to take one of the Umara Mystics. That'll be my whole turn. So I'm going to attack with the Diviner and the Falconer. They could trade the Drake for the Falconer, though. They can trade... Okay, I'm going to attack with the Falconer. If they double block with the Umara Mystics, I can just kill both of the Umara Mystics. Okay. Okay. I was also open to Spellcraft the Umara Mystic there, I guess, because they didn't have Shell Shield up, and then I could have also have Merfolked Windrobbered in as well. That might have been the better play. Okay. So they're holding up their shell shield at this point. I can attack with the Merfolk Falconer, but it would just get double blocked. I can play the Cascade Seer. Sure. So yeah, I should have spellcrafted one of the Umara Mystics instead of Wall Mage's Domination. I am okay with all of those. So I will have 6 mana, so I will basically be doing one of these a turn anyway. So once again, they're keeping up Shell Shield. Problem is I don't want to trade a Merfolk Falconer for 2 Drakes. I'm just gonna play the Umara Wizard. And then just pass the turn. Yeah, synchronized spellcraft on one of the Umara Wizards. That was definitely my opening to do that. Oh wow. They are religiously keeping that up. And play Expedition Diviner. Yeah, can't really attack still. So Tazim Royal Mage will be able to get back Royal Mage's Domination. What else am I playing this turn? Not much. This way I can at least scry. Huh. So because they have that? I'm trying to take this Baying Veil. Because then I can swing in with everyone with a bit of impunity to whatever they do. Okay. So if I attack with everything, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 6, 7, 10, 16, 17, 18. So, yeah, they would only have to lose, they wouldn't even have to lose that many creatures. So instead I'm just going to do that. Okay. So they definitely have something. Yeah. So they can totally save at least one of their guys. And then they can save the other one with like a shell shield. Yeah, this game is slipping away from me here. Too many drakes and not enough flyers on my side. Can't really attack here. Oh, a royal eruption. Alright, hold on to the royal eruption for the top. And then I'm going to hold on to Bayeen Vale and see what they're going to do. another interesting attack. This is kind of scripted. I don't think I can win anymore. Oh, did he not see that play? So they have 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. I can swap that around. Four, 5, 6. I just can't seem to get ahead on this board anymore. Yeah, the Roost of Drakes is amazing, obviously. Songmad Treachery doesn't really do a dent in anything, does it? I need to be aggressive, but reviewing this game will probably show me like the window that I had to be aggressive. But like I have no cards in hand. My opponent has 6 and a Roost of Drakes. Like just getting through their 3 Umara Mystics was a chore. Eesh. So they can attack for 10. Can only block 4 of it. Yep. Not on the Umara Mystic, but on the Wizard? Oh no. Five to my face. They have 7 blockers. Four, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 Drakes and I have 7 attackers. They just have more guys than I do. I can use Spikefield Hazard to trigger the Umara Mystic, so at least kills something. But a full swing out with this. I guess I needed to keep Bayin Veil longer. I don't see how I was winning otherwise. Oh. Yeah, there's like really tough. Oh, this is another keep. If I don't hit lands, I can always do the Fissure Wizard and get rid of like the Cascade Seer or the Teacher Pick Ambusher. Ruin Crab, eh? Turn 1 Ruin Crab. Well, those are some lands I could have used. Wow, this deck is gonna go 0-3. You have anti-cognition? I still need lands. See, and that's not a land either. I thought this deck was... Well, I'm always disappointed when a deck goes 0-3 because that means I'm not playing any more Magic. I think the first game I had my best chance, but the second game against that Rooster Drakes, that deck was too good. With the Rooster Drakes, I couldn't do anything about the Rooster Drakes. I needed to be more aggressive, but I couldn't be. I couldn't fly through the Drakes. There was just not enough. And this, there goes my Thundering Rebuke. And a Synchronized Spellcraft. And they're holding up Counterspell for me. There goes Roiling Eruption, or into the or is it Royal Eruption? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm going to deck before they kill me with life. Gosh, they're milling me 5 cards a turn. And I can't actually, like, and yeah, it's just not happening. Oh, this game's a slaughter. I have to decline. I can't. I only have 15 cards left in my deck. Sure. None of my creatures actually have 3 power. Yeah, I need to be okay with a 0-3 deck. These two games, I'm not sure these last two games, I'm not sure there's anything I can do. Like, this game's not over, but it practically is over. Oh, they made him unblockable anyway. I guess I could have double blocked. Guess you found that land drop. So I have 8 cards left in the deck. You can make Sure-Footed Infiltrator unblockable. I didn't get 3 islands. I didn't draw another land. I'm gonna get milled for 5 in all likelihood. I'm gonna play Cascade Seer. Sure. Obviously gonna decline. I have to attack. Yeah, previous game was just like, I just didn't want to trade a 3-3 for a 2-2 with the Drakes. I don't know. Great. I'm coming across some amazing decks here. Like, just amazing decks is the thing. Gosh, that guy in the previous set, he had Rooster Drakes and 3 Umara Wizards. How did that even happen? And this guy has a Ruined Crab and a Soaring Thought Thief. Turn 1, turn 2. Wow. I'm playing against, like, it feels like I'm playing against constructed level decks that are just in Zendikar Rising. Like, how did that happen? What can I even do? There's no way I can win this. Yeah, these decks, man. That deck was amazing. That Rogues deck is like, I have a turn 1 Ruin Crab and a turn 2 or 3 Thought Thief. I'm like, you win. Yeah. And the other deck is like, I have Rooster Drakes with all of these kickers. You win. I don't know how else to describe this, but my opponents had very good decks, and my deck was okay. And maybe in the first game, I think the first game, I was most likely to lose. The second game, it was just like, I don't know. Like, I dealt with the Umara Mystics, and it was like, gotta deal with all these Drakes too. And I just didn't have a way of... Yeah, the other thing is that I had the guy pegged for a shell shield, and he had it the whole time. So that made a lot of my potential attacks in that second game uh, just unplayable because if I attack with like even the 4/3 that only gets flying sometimes, like I organize the blockers and they can just put the shell shield on the guy that blocks first. So, gosh, and I didn't want to just sacrifice a 4/3 for a shell shield. And then what? And then trade my 4/4 for two Drake tokens later. I did attack with the Merfolk Falconer when I could, but it was bubbled or eliminated or Royal Eruption kicked. I forget. I also didn't want to use a like the attacking with the Merfolk Falconer. They would have been perfectly happy to use two Drakes to trade for the Merfolk Falconer and not even care. And if I had then tried to spellcraft one of them, they could have just shell shield it, and then I would lose a Merfolk Falconer and a synchronized spellcraft, and they would have spent a shell shield. So yeah, just I was losing that game the entire time, but yeah, just two really good decks that I just wasn't able to beat. And the first game was probably the one that I had the most chance of winning, but I didn't win that one either. It sucks, but it's what you can't play a game like this and expect to win every time, so you just have to get over it. All right, that's it. That's all.